What if the life you dream about is only a small part of what is truly possible for you? What if the universe has plans that are bigger, better, and more beautiful than anything you can see right now? Most people spend their lives hoping for just enough money, just enough happiness, just enough peace. But what if you were never meant to live with limits? What if you were meant to receive more than you ever imagined? Many people believe they have to struggle for every good thing. They think life only gives rewards after endless stress, pain, and hard battles. But according to the law of attraction, the universe does not work by punishment. It works by energy. It responds to what you believe, what you feel, and what you expect. And sometimes, without even realizing it, people expect less because they have been disappointed before. Maybe life has made you lower your expectations. Maybe you stopped dreaming as big as you once did. But here is something powerful to remember. Just because you cannot see something coming does not mean nothing is happening. Right now, at this very moment, life may be preparing blessings, opportunities, and changes far greater than your mind can imagine. Many people do not realize that the biggest limits in life are often invisible. They are not walls around us. They are thoughts inside us. From childhood, people hear things like, "Be realistic," "Don't expect too much," or "Life is hard." Slowly, these words become beliefs. And over time, many begin to create a smaller version of life in their minds. They stop asking for more because they become afraid of disappointment. They stop dreaming bigger because they do not want to get hurt again. The truth is, past experiences can quietly shape expectations. If someone has faced rejection, failure, heartbreak, or difficult times, they may begin to believe that good things only happen to other people. They may start expecting struggle instead of success, delays instead of blessings, and problems instead of possibilities. Without knowing it, they begin to lower the size of their dreams. But the universe does not measure your future by your past. Just because something did not work before does not mean it can never happen. The problem is not that opportunities are missing. Sometimes the problem is that people have become comfortable expecting less. And when you expect less from life, you may stop noticing the doors that are waiting to open for you. Now, this brings us to something very important: energy. According to the law of attraction, the universe does not simply respond to words. It responds to energy. It responds to the feelings you carry, the thoughts you repeat, and the expectations you hold deep inside. You may say you want happiness, success, or abundance, but if fear, doubt, and worry are stronger than your belief, then that is the energy being sent out. Think about it for a moment. How many times do people expect problems before they even happen? How often do they say things like, "Things never work out for me," or "I already know this will go wrong"? These thoughts may seem small, but repeated thoughts become powerful. When fear becomes a daily habit, people begin to live as if disappointment is waiting around every corner. Slowly, They begin attracting experiences that match that energy. But here is the beautiful part. Energy can change. The moment you begin choosing trust over fear, hope over doubt, and possibility over limitation, something begins to shift. You start sending a different message to life. The universe responds differently when you become open instead of closed. Because abundance does not grow in fear. It grows where there is belief, expectation, and a heart willing to receive more. Sometimes the signs that you are thinking too small are very quiet. They do not always appear in obvious ways. In fact, many people live with these patterns every day without even noticing them. One sign is expecting disappointment before anything even begins. You may receive a new opportunity, meet new people, or start a new journey, but a voice inside immediately says, "This probably won't work." Over time, this becomes normal, and you stop expecting good things. Another sign is settling for less than what your heart truly wants. Deep inside, you may dream of more happiness, more success, more peace, or more love, but fear tells you to stay small. Fear says, don't ask for too much. Fear says, be careful not to hope too much. Slowly, people begin to convince themselves that average is enough, even when their soul wants more. You may also believe that blessings happen for other people but not for you. You see others succeed and secretly think, maybe I'm not lucky enough, or maybe life works differently for me. But these thoughts create invisible limits. The truth is, abundance is not reserved for a chosen few. The universe is not picking favorites. The moment you recognize these patterns, you begin taking away their power, because you cannot open the door to more while still believing you only deserve less. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that they can only trust what they can see. They look at their current situation and decide what is possible based on what is happening right now. If money is low, they believe abundance is far away. If life feels difficult, they assume happiness is not coming. If nothing seems to be changing, they think nothing is happening. But the universe often works in ways the human mind cannot immediately understand. Think about seeds planted in the ground. For a long time, nothing appears on the surface. It may look like nothing is growing, nothing is changing, and nothing is happening. But underneath the soil, important work is taking place. Roots are forming. Growth is beginning. Preparation is happening in silence. Life often works the same way. The universe sees possibilities that you cannot see yet. It can connect people, create opportunities, and open doors in ways you never expected. There may be things happening right now behind the scenes that your eyes cannot recognize. A new path, a new chance, or a new beginning could already be moving toward you. This is why trust matters so much. Just because you cannot see movement does not mean life has stopped. Sometimes the greatest blessings are being prepared quietly, long before they finally arrive. Another powerful lesson in the law of attraction is learning when to stop forcing and start trusting. Many people hold on tightly to every detail. They want to control when things happen, how they happen, and exactly what the outcome should look like. They constantly worry, overthink, and check for signs. But sometimes, holding on too tightly creates stress instead of peace. It creates pressure instead of flow. Imagine trying to hold water in your hands by squeezing as hard as possible. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips away. Life can feel the same way. When people become attached to one outcome, they often fill their minds with fear. Thoughts like, what if this never happens? Or what if I lose this chance? Begin to take over. Instead of feeling trust, they begin living in anxiety. Letting go does not mean giving up on your dreams. It does not mean you stop caring or stop believing. Letting go simply means releasing fear and trusting that life can work in ways greater than your plans. It means understanding that the universe may have a path better than the one you imagined. When you stop trying to control every step, you create space. And sometimes that space becomes the very place where bigger blessings finally enter your life. There is another reason many people block greater blessings without realizing it, and it has everything to do with self-worth. Deep inside, many people carry quiet beliefs that say, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I don't deserve happiness, or maybe big opportunities are meant for someone else. These thoughts may stay hidden, but they can influence everything. Because no matter how much you ask for more, it becomes difficult to receive it if a part of you believes you are unworthy of it. Many people learn this feeling from past pain. Maybe they experienced rejection, criticism, failure, or moments that made them doubt themselves. Slowly, they began to believe they had to earn love, prove their value, or fight for every good thing. Over time, they forgot something important. Their worth was never something they needed to create. It was always there. The universe does not ask you to become perfect before receiving blessings. It does not ask you to become someone else before you deserve joy, abundance, or peace. You are already worthy. The moment you begin believing that, your energy begins to change. You stop chasing from a place of lack and start receiving from a place of trust. Because when you truly believe you deserve more, you become open to the idea that life may have much greater things waiting for you. Once you begin believing that you are worthy, something important starts to change. You stop waking up expecting problems, and you begin expecting possibilities. You start living with a different energy. This does not mean pretending life is perfect or ignoring challenges. It simply means choosing to believe that good things can happen for you too. Because when you expect better things, your mind begins looking for opportunities instead of obstacles. Many people spend their days preparing for the worst. They expect delays, stress, disappointment, and struggle. But imagine how life could feel if you started each day with a different thought. Imagine waking up and saying, something good could happen today. Imagine believing that life may surprise you in beautiful ways. Small changes in thinking can create powerful changes in energy. Living as if good things are already coming is not about acting fake. It is about trusting before results appear. It is about carrying gratitude even before receiving the blessing. It is about smiling before the reason arrives. The universe responds strongly to expectation because expectation creates emotional energy. And when your heart begins living with trust instead of fear, you become more open to receiving things greater than what you once thought was possible. One beautiful truth about life is that blessings do not always arrive in the way we expect. Sometimes people become so focused on one path, one plan, or one outcome that they miss the unexpected miracles trying to enter their lives. They decide exactly how things should happen and exactly when they should happen. But the universe often works beyond human plans. Sometimes what arrives is even better than what was originally imagined. Think about the moments in life that surprised you. A person you never expected to meet. An opportunity that appeared at the perfect time. A problem that somehow led you towards something greater. Many of the best things in life happen in ways we could never predict. That is why staying open is so important. When you release the need to control every detail, you allow room for life to surprise you. Miracles do not always look dramatic. Sometimes a miracle is a new idea. Sometimes it is a fresh start. Sometimes it is finding peace after a difficult season. Sometimes it is meeting the right person or finally seeing a new door open. Stay open to receiving in unexpected ways, because the universe may already be trying to bring you something greater than what you asked for. And it may arrive in a form you never imagined. As we come to the end of this message, remember one thing. You may be asking life for small things while the universe is preparing something much bigger for you. Do not let your past decide your future. Do not let fear convince you that your dreams are too large or your desires are too much. You were not created to live in constant limitation, doubt, and struggle. There is a reason certain dreams continue living in your heart. There is a reason you still feel hope deep inside you. Maybe that feeling exists because a greater life is trying to find its way to you. Trust the timing. Trust the process. Trust that even when you cannot see movement, life can still be working behind the scenes. Keep believing, keep expecting good things, and keep your heart open. Because sometimes the greatest blessings arrive when you least expect them, and often they are far bigger than what you once imagined possible. If this message spoke to your heart, take a moment and comment below. I am open to receiving more. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more uplifting and powerful messages. Remember, the universe may have more waiting for you than you ever imagined.